Lights on. How you guys doing? It's Rob from Dr.M studio. Let's do something today. All right. We're gonna move this excavator over to my brother's place and help him move some trees and move some stumps. Maybe put in a little road there for his access. So I've been driving the shoe around a little bit, my 88 CRX, and that's been fun. And been driving the Crossbones Harley to work once in a while and cruising around. Got to get some more time on that here. All right, let's get things going here. Well, let's take a look at the yard. I hauled a little black dirt for my wife Mary there. She just wanted a little bit. So we'll get this thing fired up. We'll get this snowmobile trailer out of the way. We'll get this plow off of here. That's supposed to go on the K30 over here, so I gotta work on that this week too. So we'll get the trailer set up, pull the covers off the wheels, check the air pressures on them, and double check the grease, throw some grease in there. And we'll just take our time loading up here, so. All right, time to get started. pretty close to getting the trailer hooked up. I have to move it over a little bit, but I just lost my brakes on the truck. All right, this is hydraulic, vacuum boost, assist. So I'm guessing that I'm out of fluid or it leaked out or something. So I'm gonna take that apart and take a look in there. But my pedal goes right to the floor. It just happened, so I'm not sure what's going on, so let's take a look. All right, 7/16. Look at that. Must have settled out. I suppose I'll fill that up and I'll take a look at the tires and see where it's leaking from. Maybe I can see some oil on the tire, inside tire walls, and then bleed the brake, fill that up, bleed them, keep going. Always something. Okay, taking a look around. Driver's side rear. See some fluid on the inner tire wall right there, and that drum looks wet right there, so yeah, must have leaked out of the seals out of that master cylinder there on that wheel. So whooped. All right, let's put some brake fluid in, keep an eye on the levels, but let's see if I can get this trailer moved. I suppose when these trucks sit, I don't drive it over winter at all. And I pretty much just put it into service. I did not check this brake reservoir or this spring. So. All right, I didn't have time to record bleeding the brakes and all because I had to get to the job site. But you'll notice that rubber nipple on top of that bleeder there in front of the reservoir. I was having a hard time getting any results from brake bleeding, and I finally opened up that bleeder there, and a bunch of air came out, so it was airlocked. I guess that's where they bench bleed these things. So once I got that done, all the brakes were bled and I got my pedal pressure back, so it was all good to go from there. those little ones you got there. Yeah, that's right. You lead them away. You keep them safe there, Mama. That's awesome. Yeah, they like this spot. So we're gonna go up there, day 2 here. Put some fuel in, pull some stumps. We saved some trees for my other brother. He wants to bring those home. He burns those up. So I'll get those up the hill. All right, let's take a look at this operation. Block and tackle. And we're gonna work on that. If it falls towards the lake, it falls on the boat. So we're gonna try to pull it over this way. I'm not going over there because I don't want to tear up the yard. My job is just to back up the excavator here when he gives me the nod here. So. What does a block and tackle have to do with an inflamed tendon in the forearm, such as lateral epicondylitis, or commonly known as tennis elbow, or medial epicondylitis, commonly known as golfer's elbow? Think of it this way. The rope is your tendon, and the pulley is the joint. When the tendon is being used over and over again, high repetition, because of the origin and insertion of those tendons, the joint will get jammed up. When the joint gets jammed up, those tendons keep working. It's as if this pulley was rusted and didn't turn very well. So then inflammation starts along the tendon and runs down into the forearm. Thus you wear one of those straps on the forearm. There's ways of treating that, certainly resting the tendon. But my sports chiropractic gets that pulley unlocked, and that'll relieve inflammation as well so that it works properly. Check it out sometime. Now, since we're using analogies, this is the tendon, the rope, and actually if this is the strain, that's a pretty good strain actually, grade 2 partial thickness, but grade 3 would be all the way through, grade 1 would be just a stretch of these fibers, and that's what usually happens in tennis elbow or that kind of thing. So where do you put that strap on your forearm? How do you know where to put it? So let's say that this is the more at the elbow end and this is more at the finger end. Well, we have to put that strap below the inflammation area. So in this example, this blue towel here is that strap, and we have to test the tendon. So you just don't put this arbitrarily below the elbow any place. You actually test the tendon, and for lateral epicondylitis, you actually extend the fingers out like that, and you push down against the middle finger with your other hand, and it'll measure where that pain is at and how much it is. So when you put the strap onto the forearm, depending where you get the most relief, keep moving it around until you get the most relief when you do that muscle test. Since I'm holding the camera, I can't do that here, but just imagine me with my other hand pushing down on the middle finger against resistance. I'm trying to hold it back with that middle finger. And then wherever I get the most relief, that's where you put that strap. So with that, that'll help. That'll make this be the new origin of that muscle, and then your wrist and fingers are down here, being able to use that while relieving pain through this area. Of course, continue to ice it, rest it, and then, of course, sports chiropractic, we adjust the elbow to make sure that that pulley is functioning normally, and so that that will restore motion, and then the tendon doesn't have to work so hard. So, all right, hope you like that. All right, you guys, play nice. All right, play nice now. What are you doing? Oh, jeez. Not too bad of a trail I made through there. I guess it worked okay. Okay, you made it. Okay, so here you can see where we took a bunch of trees down. I left a pile of black dirt topsoil there that he wanted, and he can use that to fill in some divots and holes around the pond area. And here you can see the trail that I widened out going up to the top of the hill. So I think that turned out okay there, and he's pretty happy with that. And next, here viewing from the lake, you can see the areas that have been cleared out. Definitely a better view of the lake from the house now. There's that pile of black dirt. There's a couple of stumps that are going to have to be cut down there. But yeah, it looks a whole lot better now at the shoreline.